Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go.
First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah.
All right. Welcome back to part B of the episode of 209 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. Hopefully technology will not interfere with this, but we're going to get right into it. We're going to bring in our two guests. We got Tyler and we got Steve. So first we'll bring on Tyler for sure to introduce himself and talk to everybody, and then we'll bring Steve on. Dub, do you have anything to say before we bring on Tyler?
I just want to apologize to everybody. I'm trying to be as professional as I can because I really want to cuss out technology because I have been irritated to my wits' end with this technology crap.
Okay, well, let's just be real. The show started off bad when we had the double play of the introduction, and I didn't take the loop off. So that we need to start over. But ladies and gentlemen, the owner of the United Legends Basketball League, Mr. Tyler Fitzgerald himself.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? I appreciate y'all bringing me on. It means a lot to me.
Thank you for coming on. So just, the floor is yours, Tyler. Just tell us, how did the motivation, the thought process of you coming up with this league, and a special hello to our basketball insider as always, Mr. Steve Dugan, for chiming in. But Tyler, real quick, just where did the motivation, the idea for you to come up with this basketball league, how did this all come into fruition?
Yeah, so growing up, I grew up in foster care, and so basketball has always been my outlet to some of the really dark things that I had to go through in the 1990s in California, in LA, in San Diego, in foster care. And so whenever I wasn't at school, whenever I wasn't going through those things, I was hooping 24/7 till 4 in.m, all day. I started a developmental basketball team with the idea that I'm now, 28, 29. I'm not in the NBA. I'm not going to make it. I might be 6'6". I might have international opportunities, but I'm not. I'm at the point in my maturity as a man where I need to lead men. And so I started a basketball team a couple years ago. But what we came to realize is if we didn't have a team in the NBA itself, the other options of other leagues, which I'm not going to say, for professional reasons, just weren't cutting it. Half the time they're not playing in front of crowds. The other half the time, it's very it's just not for the players, not in an area where players have the opportunity to actually gain an overseas contract, where they're not getting put in front of scouts, either because they're too good to allow the teams just don't want to let them go because they're winning games with them. They're able to sell tickets with them. But two, there wasn't a platform for a lot of these teams and a lot of these leagues. Like they're making a lot of their money the recreational way. I won't even say semi-pro because it's recreational ball is what these leagues are doing. And so I came up with this league because after 2 or 3 years, almost 3 years of running my own organization and playing independently and playing teams in the ABA, playing teams in the TBO, and playing teams in, all over the United States, Colorado, Arizona, California, Texas, Mexico, played a couple teams in Canada, scrimmaged a couple universities, GCU, ASU practice team. We played, everywhere. I just kind of came to realize I could take all my connections, build my own league with a primary focus of, number one, selling tickets and playing in front of a crowd, and number two, taking players and having a platform where they can actually build a profile and go overseas and kind of, screw all the political bullcrap and actually put these guys in a position to succeed. And so we created United Legends Basketball League a few weeks ago.
That is true. That's nice, man. That's nice, and especially coming that you started off like you say from the foster care, to have that determination to come from that, and basketball was your outlet. Given that I'm a hooper myself, I love basketball. It's a pleasure to make somebody look kind of silly on the basketball court with just dribbling the basketball.
It is. It's always one-on-one, right? Like when I was a kid, even in high school, it didn't matter who you were, where you came from. At the end of the day, it don't even matter how good your dribbles are. You got to score the ball. So I was tall, lengthy, and uncoordinated. But I'll tell you what, if you couldn't score the basket, I don't care how many ankle breakers you got to score the ball. And so, man, but I'll tell you what, dude, I love this game. And there's a lot of things we're doing to actually help some of the other group homes in the state of Arizona and other states we're operating, like California and Colorado, to kind of get them not only opportunities to possibly play, but also like just to get out of the house, come to a game for free. We're working on partnerships with Wildflower out of Mesa, with several other group homes. And hopefully down the road, we can have not just foster kids, but anyone that really can't afford a ticket in the NBA. We want them to be able to afford and come to our games, and still have that same, 1,000+ person crowd capacity. Food vendors everywhere you turn. You got cheerleaders, dancers, mascots. We got the whole works working right now. So things are going really well for us so far.
That is. So where are all your, our people know, where are the locations of the teams you have so far?
Yep. So I'm the commissioner of the league, right? And so I'm based out of Tucson. We have a team in Tucson that has a whole separate owner. So we don't do any of that. If I'm the commissioner, I have a team, that's corrupt. That's a conflict of interest. Correct. And so there's a whole nother owner out of Tucson, called the Tucson Dragons. We have the Phoenix Valley Outlaws, who I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with them, out of Phoenix. We have the San Diego Geniuses, who are an ABA team, who just hasn't had the opportunity to. They have a great program, some great talent, but they have an opportunity to like really build a fan base. So we're helping them with that. So they're in our league. And then we have several the Colorado Springs crossovers, and we have a bunch of other in the whole, like 4 team applications in the North California region, and we have a team in Los Angeles and a team in Vegas. And so there's a lot of great things happening. Then we have a team out of Chandler, which is Eastern Arizona as well. So, I mean, we're looking to have 8 teams in our first year, primarily out of the Southwest. So California, Arizona, Nevada, Colorado, and New Mexico. We were at 16, but realistically speaking, there's probably, to get 16 teams in your first year, it can happen, but it's a lot of responsibility to manage 16 teams. We're going to add those other 8 teams in year 2.
Yes, cousin.
We do have a question for one of our subscribers.
Tyler, if you want to answer that question, you can go ahead and handle that.
Yeah. So we would be considered semi-professional. Now, a lot of people, semi-professional has changed. The definition has changed over the years, right? And really, it shouldn't change. But unfortunately, the reality of like the ABA and the TBL and other leagues has changed it. So in all sports, not just basketball, in all sports, you have recreational basketball, like travel ball for men, right? And then you have semi-pro. What semi-pro is supposed to be is to have a way for players to make money, something to offset some of their costs. Semi-pro, you don't actually take care of all your living expenses, but you should be able to have a way to make money in the league, right? And then professional is you're a fully paid basketball player. You have a career in basketball, and you're a professional basketball player. And so what we're looking at is taking those semi-pro players who are ready mentally and physically to go the pro level, and we're putting them on the pro platform until we're ready to pay players. But we need to sell 1,000 tickets a game before we do that, right? That's a back office, right? Make sure we're making money before we do that. But yeah, so this is a semi-pro. There is a way for players to make money off advertisements, endorsements, and sponsorships. And some teams are paying players. From what I know, I've talked to Jeff Mundell with the Tucson Dragons. I know he's paying a couple of his guys to come from like Australia and some big names. A couple guys that played under Coach K a few years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's some. I got a couple guys on our team in Chandler who have played in like Saudi Arabia and Mexico and the Dominican Republic. and so that's some great things there. I know Phoenix Valley Outlaws got some big international players, so the competition is highly competitive. These aren't like 6-foot basketball players. These guys are 6'8", 7 feet tall, at the bigs and guards. We got a couple small guards, but they're highly skilled. But I mean, for the most part, guards are over 6'2". And realistically, I mean, with the NBA, the way they play ball now, there's only 440 roster spots in the NBA.
Okay.
Right? And you got millions of basketball players in the world. Millions of talented players. And I just don't. That's kind of what else came into this league. Is like, where are all these players playing? Yeah, they're playing in their countries, but like, how many of them are playing semi-pro basketball for one of these leagues that is, just not doing what they need to do as a league, and putting these players in the best possible position to succeed. So yes, it is semi-pro. We're hoping that by year 3, we'll be able to fully pay all the coaches, all the players. But there is a way for you as a player to get some kind of monetization, and that is, like I said, we have a back office player profile where you can develop a player card, put all your stats, all your reels, all your film on that card, and then send that out to people. And you can actually also get paid off advertisements off that card through My Front Office, which is a really cool office management tool for the whole league is using.
Yeah, I like how.
So let me ask this,
Steve. Do you have anything?
Go ahead, Dugan.
Yeah, because this first of all, Tyler, very, very good, very interested. It's nice to meet you. Just with your background, I actually work with foster youth, so
sweet.
Working with getting those group of kids, kind of getting in there. That is good to hear. Like I said, I'm an administrator of a group home, so I know what that is like. So that is props to you and making it out the system. I know it is not easy. So I guess you answered it, but I kind of just want to kind of make it clear. It's your goal, like if I became a player on here, more to spotlight me so I can get onto those other professional teams, whether it's in Europe or in Asia or other countries, just to kind of give me highlights and stuff, where hopefully you take that next step. Like, are you getting players maybe from the TBT tournaments? Or are you getting players from other leagues and stuff? That's kind of like your main goal. Like, hey, we all know there's so many colleges. After college is done, what next? This could be a foundation or something like that to get you up to that next level.
Yeah, great question. So pretty much exactly what you're saying. That's exactly what we do. Now there's one. I'm gonna use an example of a player I played with in high school. I'm not gonna say his name, but pretty much he went and played ball at Northwestern University. His dream since he was like 5 years old. This dude would be 5 years old, 6 years old maybe, making 100 free throws. He has to swish 100 free throws, like on his own. His dad's not making him do it. His mom's not making him do it. I went to like elementary school, middle school, and high school with this guy, and his whole dream was, I'm gonna play in the NBA one day. Got all the way to the NBA combine. Went from junior college to was an all state basketball player, and he's just amazing ball player. Great guy too. Went to Northwestern, didn't get selected at the combine. Went to the combine, went to the draft, didn't get selected. Right. It's a tough role. He from there, he like quit. He like moved to the next phase of life. Like I don't even know. I haven't even heard from him since. He dropped off the face of the planet since then. And it sucks because he can make a lot of money and probably play in front of some bigger crowds than the NBA. Like some of these international leagues, like the LBP league, some of these leagues in Europe and Asia, even especially Asia. Asia is huge right now in basketball. You can play in front of 10, 20, 30,000 people, get paid more than you would on a league minimum, which unless you're LeBron James or Devin Booker, you're not going to get a supersized contract. You're going to play for a couple $100,000, which is still great, but you're not going to get these huge contracts. But if you can play ball and you're coachable and you can sell tickets, these foreign countries love Americans. We have partnerships with several overseas agencies. We're actually taking on more even now, but the MVP of our league, whoever the MVP is, will get a free showcase. We'll pay for them to go to the Dominican Republic. It's either going to be the Dominican Republic or El Salvador, and they get to go to showcase. We pay for their flight. We pay for their hotel. We pay for the agency fee, and then it's up to them to go get a contract. Right? But that partnership's with 94 Elite Agency. They've actually signed a couple players. One of the players that played for me when I was coaching my team, he actually was offered 2 contracts in the Middle East, one paying $10,000 over 2 months, the other one paying $10,000 a month for 6 months, just off of a $250 showcase, right? That he paid a $250 fee and went to his exposure camp and got noticed. And so there's a lot of different international agencies out there, and some of them are FIBA certified, most of them are not, but it's all about who you know. It's not about the licenses you hold. And if you are sending players overseas that are coachable, that are good men, I mean, the world opens up for you as far as being a coach or being an owner or getting into partnerships with the NBA and the G League and the NCAA. So yeah, that's our goal. Our goal is to push players. The goal is to send 12 players overseas after our first season. Our season is 30 games plus a postseason. It starts in December, ends in June. And then we have our summer league, which right now we're actually in our first summer league right now. We have a tournament on June 22nd in Phoenix. And then we'll have another tournament July 4th weekend in California. And then another one in, I want to say, September in Colorado. So all the teams in league will go to these different tournaments, and that's our summer league.
Nice.
Once
All right.
again,
Well, while we got a break,
Mizzle
ladies
Dub
and gentlemen, he's been in the queue for a minute. The reason why we have Mr. Tyler on our show right now is because from Flash Media Sports, Mr. Mel himself, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, Mel?
What's up, Mel? Take yourself off mute so we can hear you, brother.
Which,
there he
by the
is.
way, right now,
There we go.
Which, by the way, right now in the first half, under 4 to go, Boston is laying the smackdown on the Mavericks 58-31 in game 1.
Yeah, this one's over.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's no point to
Go
watch this anymore.
Mavs. Go Mavs. I want the Mavs to win, by the way.
I feel like everybody wants the Mavs to win.
Well,
Yeah.
given that you see the t-shirt,
Kyrie
I'm
deserved
wearing,
it.
damn right I want the Mavs to win. Well, he already has a ring.
Yeah,
Luka
facts.
ring.
Yeah,
Let's
facts.
get Luka
facts.
ring.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get Luka one.
But there was another question that we have for you, Tyler. It was from my cousin. I'm gonna post it up if you can see it.
So they all play right now, since we're just beginning. The question is: so do the teams all play each other, or do they play teams in a region? Right now, they're all playing each other because there's only 8 teams, and so when we were talking about initially starting, we were talking about having 16 teams, and that'd be 2 conferences, 8 in each. And so we'd have a West Conference, which is California, Arizona, Nevada, and then a East Conference, which is still west of Mississippi, Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, and that sort. And the problem we ran into is most of the bulk, because I'm from Arizona, the bulk of my connections is on the West Coast. Like, we went to Texas twice, you know what I mean? So we don't have a ton of connections in Texas or Arkansas, Oklahoma. We do have some, but they're just not there yet to build in a region. So eventually we will have 2 regions, but for now, all 8 teams play each other. They have an even schedule. They all play 15 home games, 15 away games. They each play each other once on either court.
Wow, spectacular. JP.
JP forever trolling. Forever trolling.
Forever representing those Texas Longhorns. But shout out to JP. Tyler was a guest on the All Pro Joffos, which that was an excellent interview that you did with him, which you were sharing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You said, do we have to have Oklahoma? I do want a team in OKC, man. I do want a team out there.
Hey, we already working on that. Hey, we working. We've been working behind the scenes. We got somebody watching right now that's from OKC, literally on here right now. And
that's awesome.
That's my area. My area. I'm from Wichita, Kansas, baby.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, see, Wichita, there's talk about putting Wichita instead of Oklahoma. Or with Oklahoma in that same region. So, I mean, we'll see. There's a lot of growth happening right now.
Hey, I'm sorry, Oklahoma. I'm going to have to call my people in Kansas. Hey, become Kansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, baby. Sorry.
I have a question. Can we get a Sacramento team, given that I live in that region? And
I want a Sacramento team. Like, I just need somebody to get on a call with me and sign a freaking contract. But yes, Sacramento is like Sacramento and Vegas are the next two teams that I want in this conference. Right now, we don't have the Vegas team is not locked in 100% yet. We're trying to get them to lock in like this week. And then Sacramento is right there with them. To have both of those teams, those are huge markets. I mean, I don't understand why not. Yeah, I definitely would love to have Sacramento team.
Well, if you get the Sacramento and Vegas team, you already know we will promote. Well, we're going to promote your league regardless. But if you need anything like media wise,
I got you, man. I appreciate everything you guys have done to this point. It's been actually nice to have people who are dedicated to growth, man. I mean, that's the biggest thing. No, not the Vegas Royals. No disrespect to the Vegas Royals, but no. So the Vegas Royals are. We talked to them prior to making the decision to create our own league. They are the chair of the ABA of like the Western Pacific Conference or whatever they got going on. I don't know. I can't speak on the ABA, but the Royals are dedicated to what they have going on. They're a great team. They're a highly competitive team, but no, they are not in our league.
Just
hey, Tyler, I got a question for you.
Just tell me when to get down the microphone so I can call the game. That's all I want to know. That's what I want to know. That's all.
How do you deal with agents and everything?
Yeah.
You know, how do you deal with agents coming in, player agents? I want this. How do you?
Yeah. So if players have their own agents, so players have their own agents, usually, and not like I said, usually they're not hitting us up because they've gotten their agents done their job and gotten them international contracts. We're a development league. We're not by any means like a professional league. Now, when agents want to come in and work with the players, we have we talk with them on a one-by-one basis, and we work on a way that they can do that. Typically, because we're a first-year league, there's not a lot of money. Like the league is brand new, right? We're spending $360,000 this year on gym fees and making sure we actually have a game because it costs a lot to have these games. A lot of people don't realize what all goes into putting a game together. Now, when you talk about agents, they should be making money off of a percentage of like a player's contract. Typically is how an agent will make money that they gain. So they're really not making money unless it's off like training camps, off of players' contracts. We'll work with any agency as long as you have a reputable name. If you're taking players and you're charging them $500 or whatever to go to what so-and-so country to play in front of a showcase that has not a single person in the stands, not a single coach onlooking, like we're not gonna work with you, right? But if you can actually get players onto a paid contract where they're actually getting paid on time, housed, flights included, well, there's so much talent in our league, man. We're happy to work with whatever agency wants to contact us, and you know they could just email us directly at info@unitedlegendshoops.org, and we go from there.
Now, let me ask this question. Is there a possible chance that if the league becomes successful, and we're talking basketball 2-5 Live, we're talking with Tyler Fitzgerald of the ULBL Basketball League. He is the owner. First season coming this year. So if it takes off and it is successful, and of course, more views you get, sponsorships, all that stuff, all the nine, is there a possibility that you could try to possibly not necessarily work with the NBA per se, but perhaps be involved with the G League somehow to where your players from your league can possibly get a shot in the G League?
Solid question, Dub. Love it.
That would be awesome. So, yes, there's always that possibility. We know the right people in the G League. The problem is that if you really think about it, and this is like going to be a controversial quote, but just hear me out and just hear me out what I'm saying. All the NBA is a monetized, highly owned by millionaires, right? Rec league. That's all it is. It's just a rec league that's owned by a bunch of millionaires. And so if we got that big, we would probably be in direct competition with the NBA, right? If we got to the point, because we'd have to sell probably, we'd have to get on ESPN.
That would be nice.
Right? We have to get on. We have connections to Fox and ABC, but we haven't pushed that yet because we haven't had our first games yet. We already have Fox and ABC in our back pocket, but we'd have to get on ESPN, like one, right? Like ESPN, like Skip Bayless need to be saying some stupid shit about our league too. You know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot that has to happen to get there. And once we got there, we'd be talking about a buyout. Because at that point, the NBA would be like in direct competition with us. And the reason why the NBA is so successful is because nobody with millions and millions of dollars is in competition with them. And that's kind of why the NFL and the UFL are having this weird, thing going on behind closed doors. Because for once ever, the UFL is competing with the NFL somewhat. Like, not really, right? But they're selling 83,000 tickets a season, right? And you got guys who got some money who are actually putting it into a league. And now the NFL has to make a decision. Do we take these players or do we partner up with them? And so they've elected to partner up with them and help these players get looks into NFL practice squads, into some of these players that play for the UFL. So we're hoping it's going to take us a little bit longer to get there, but we're hoping eventually, yes, we'll be able to send our players either to the NBA or one of two things will happen. They either work with us or they won't. In which case, when that time comes, I mean, hopefully they'll work with us because I really don't want to go up against the NBA. But with the current state of affairs, level competition in the regular season, the mandatory rest day for players, the way the NBA plays the game now, I just miss it when it was in the early thousands in the 90s, man. I just miss it a lot. I'm not gonna say. I just miss it, man. The lack of fundamentals in today's game is insane to me.
Yes. Well, we also had a comment in the chat. It sounds like you need a division manager coming from Mr. Live with 2-5, the division manager for the A7FL. So if you're looking for a division manager in Vegas, that's your man's.
Yeah. So as we grow, there'll be a lot of opportunities, a lot of positions opening up. My biggest thing, and I've told it with Mel because Mel's actually partnered up with us as well with Flash Media. Yes. I don't let people work for free. Even if we can only pay them like a little bit of money, I just don't allow it to happen. And with the money that we're putting in towards this league already, there's just not room until we start selling tickets to have like more conference managers. What we need right now more than anything, right, is we need a couple more teams north of Central Coast, like Sacramento, maybe Monterey, and then one in Vegas, and maybe one in Albuquerque, right? We need dedicated team owners that are going to market their brand. I don't care about if you do anything else. I can help you get the gyms. I can help you get like the marketing, but as an owner, you got to be able to sell the tickets, right? And we have the platform for it. So if you can get people in that door, and cheering for your team and blacked out in whatever colors, you know what I mean, that your team colors are, that's what we want. We want people with their face painted, ready to go to war with their team on that basketball court. So at the end of the day, I mean, that's what we really need. And once we grow to that point, yes, we will get division managers. With that being said, part of the issues with the other leagues mentioned before is that their division managers and their commissioners and their chairman of the board or whatever, they all own teams in their league, right? And so every single year, it's the same freaking teams going to the national championship for $25,000 or whatever, and the same team winning it because those commissioners own those teams. And so any team that comes in there trying to be in that league, unfortunately, doesn't have the support. They're playing against the odds. They're trying to beat the big man upstairs. But if you get into a league like ours at the ground level, you're able to have an equal share of everything. It's a net rev. It's a profit share amongst all the teams in the league every game. Everything is built so that we grow together. So yeah, we will eventually have division chairs though. Eventually, we're gonna have all that. So that's coming.
All right, Tyler. We also have another question for you in the comments. If I'll post it up, if you can read it and answer it.
Sweet. So are you trying to build a league for players to go up from a league or players to stay and call home? Like we said before, so we really are trying to send players on overseas onto professional contracts. If you're wanting to get into the NBA on like a 10-day contract, they're not going to look at an international, intercontinental team. They're going to go to Europe. They're going to go to South America. They're going to go to Asia to look for those players. They're going to go to the Super Leagues, maybe Canada, possibly, only if you play under like one or two particular teams in their Super League. And so what we were talking about before is that we're partnered with certain agencies that are going to help you guys to get that exposure. We also have a front office platform that all the players use, that the teams have included with their market fee. It's already paid for and everything, where you can actually put all of your stats, all of your live feed, and all of your live stream. Now, if players want to make our league home, we're not necessarily against that either, right? Because there is going to be money to be made in this league. If this league takes off the way we want it to, our goal is to sell 1,000 tickets a game, by year 2, right? So if this league takes off, and we do that, 1,000 tickets is $20,000 a week, we can pass that on to the players. And so there will be an opportunity for us to go from a semi-pro league to a professional league where you can call this league home, and we don't need to send off that talent internationally. But if you are looking today, because that's going to take a few years, right? If you're looking to move forward in your basketball career today, you need to go international. And so we're going to help you do that. We've already sent players. All of our teams have already sent players overseas. So it's just a matter of you guys balling out, right? And we talked about becoming the MVP, and we'll pay for the MVP to go, onto an exposure trip to the Dominican Republic or El Salvador. But I mean, there's a lot more opportunities. We're trying to send 12 players. And realistically, what that looks like is about 1 or 2 from every team. We want them out of the league. We want them balling next year in Taiwan or China or France or Mexico, wherever it may be. We want you guys on paid contracts. We don't want you sitting at home getting in trouble.
Nice.
Mel, we're gonna need some Flash Media polo shirts.
Hey, we
Yeah.
can. And matter of fact,
Yeah, we need those.
because I want to tell Tyler this. Matter of fact, Flash Media Sports in 2 weeks is gonna be in Thailand. So Tyler, we about to get that. We about to get that connection. So get ready. I'm about to be out there. We going to Thailand. So polo shirts, everything. Mizzle
I'm ready for it, man.
We there.
I'm ready for it. That same week
let's-
you're in Thailand, I'm actually working with helping Long Beach and San Diego get their market set up. But yeah, man, I'm ready for whatever connections you have my way. Start sending me contacts, have them email us. This league is taking off at an extremely fast pace. And if it keeps going the way it's going, we're really just trying to focus on selling those tickets, because without those tickets being sold, none of this happens. It's all just hearsay and talk. And I'm tired. Like, I love talking about it. I love growing excitement for it, but there's a lot of guys that deserve an opportunity to make some money and make a difference and make an impact in the world of basketball, not just for themselves, but for their families, for the families that don't get to go to games. Like I said, we talk about, foster homes, but like our economy today is so screwed. And I'm not going to get into politics, but it's just hard to live. Guys can't afford an NBA game, unless they get a $20 ticket in nosebleeds, right? Like, we want to be able to give people an opportunity to have some barbecue, hang out with the cheerleaders, meet players,
Okay.
see high level basketball. I mean, we want to play at the convention centers, really, because then we could do dollar margarita night. I mean, there's so many things that we want to take from a lot of different leagues, and that idea comes from the soccer leagues, the USL 2 leagues with FC Tucson, FC Phoenix. I used to work for them back in the day. There's just a lot of things we want to do, and the only way to do it is to sell tickets and start making money. And so the number one way you can support us, obviously, like, we love the connections. That's helpful. But go to a summer league game on June 22nd and 23rd. We're in Phoenix at the facility for a tournament. And the 4th of July, we're in San Diego for a tournament. And on August or September, the dates haven't been finalized yet, we'll be in Colorado Springs for a tournament. So if you're in Southern California, Arizona, or Colorado, those are your opportunities to go to a tournament. And then we will hopefully have another tournament in Vegas in September or October. And then we have a preseason tournament in late October, early November at GCU, Grand Canyon University in Phoenix. And that's all the teams will be there competing, just getting players ready for the season, getting our preseason done. So,
well, that is spectacular. So number one, you have our platform anytime you want to use it, anytime. Send us links. We'll promote the links and let it be known. And
if secondly, you have flyers also.
Yeah, we'll make flyers. Like my cousin, he'll put a flyer out there for you anytime you need. But big shout out to Mel, man, because Mel is the big reason why we are here right now.
100%. 100%. Gotta give it to Mel.
If it wasn't for Mel, we wouldn't have what we're doing right now to have you on the show or anything that Flash Media Sports are doing. So like you said, this is a big collaboration with Flash Media Sports, Mizzle and Dub Show, the All-Pro Joffos, with your league, Tyler. Whatever you need from us, just let us know. Just like I said, whenever you got anything going on, send us a link or make a flyer. If you have a flyer, we'll put it on the 30-second run on our show. We will help you try to sell as many tickets as you can to get this off because I'm intrigued, especially if you get a Sacramento.
I appreciate that.
I'll even come out to Vegas to watch a game if you guys get that.
Hey, yeah, and we 100% plan on having a team in Vegas.
Arizona too, bro.
Or no. I was gonna say Arizona too. I love Arizona. I've been to Arizona multiple times.
The Black Security.
I will come watch a game in Arizona.
This heat is a joke. I'm not a fan of the heat, but that's why I travel so much. But yeah, man, we'll let you know. We appreciate all the support. And Mel, thank you for the connection. My wife made me steak dinner about an hour ago, so I'm gonna go chop that up real quick.
Up right now too. We're just glad that you came on here for that interview. We just wanted to get you out there on our platform, so you can tell us everything with that. So, but yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming on, brother.
I appreciate you guys. You guys have a
Tyler. Hey, we're gonna talk about. Hey, Tyler. We about to talk about Al-Nasia. I'm already on it.
Sweet, man.
Real quickly, Tyler. Before you go, if anybody wants to contact you to possibly be a sponsor for the league or get involved in the league, where can they that flyer up. Where can they contact you? Give you information. The floor is yours.
So I'm about to put my personal contact on the air. So I'm the type of guy, I get about 1,000 texts because I do this often, all right? My direct phone number, because we need sponsorships, is 623-414-7267. You text me or call me. If I don't answer, text me. Now I'll get back to you ASAP. If you guys are looking to partner up, sponsorships, anything, that is the quickest way to reach me. We also have our email for our league. If you're don't need an answer immediately, if you're like a player inquiring or you want to buy uniforms or something and you just want to ask a question, you can contact us at info@unitedlegendshoops.com. Legends with an S, hoops with an S.com. You can also go onto our website, .org, not .com. info@unitedlegendshoops.org. You can also go onto our website, unitedlegendshoops.org. And from there, there's a chat box. You can just put in your chat. That goes directly to my email. So because I'm not always on my email, it's going to take a few hours to get back to you. But if you text me or call me directly, especially with sponsorships, endorsements, like this league puts that money straight into marketing so we can make more money. So, just give me a call, 623-414-7267. That's my direct phone number.
The inaugural season is supposed to tip off, if I'm correct, on December the 7th of this year. Of course,
December 7th at 7 p.m. That's a Saturday.
So that is my born month. Right on. Anyhow, he is the owner of the United Legends Basketball League, Tyler Fitzgerald, gracious enough to join us on the Mizzle and Dub Show with his time to promote his league. Tyler, we appreciate you, but go be the husband. Don't keep the wife waiting.
Let's go.
I appreciate you guys.
Let's go, baby.
The door is open, Tyler.
We'll reach out, man. We got you. Anytime. I appreciate it. All right, guys. I'm gonna peace out. Have a good one.
Thank you.
You too, brother. Thank you.
Which, by the way, halftime at Game 1 of the finals, and right now the Boston Celtics have been complete domination.
It's over.
Mavericks. 63-42 after 30 or after 24 minutes of plays. Kristaps Porzingis has made an impact known in Game 1 as he has 18 off the bench.
Shut me up.
The Celtics.
Shut me up. I thought he was not going to be a factor. I thought the rest.
And
I thought the rest was going to be a
nice
problem.
block, and a nice block too.
Yes.
While the rest of y'all were going
now,
for Dallas, I was going for Boston. I've been telling
it's
y'all.
only game one, Steve. It's still only
now
because
okay.
hold on. Boston did this game one to the Warriors. Boston did this game one to the Warriors, and what happened?
I know, but I was just about to tell you because you saying it was over. I was like, it's game one. But hey, I've been saying,
I meant game one is over. I wasn't saying the finals was over.
Hey, Dallas is not going out, bro. Dallas is about to be a series. It's about to be a series.
Steve,
I have to go with Boston.
Steve,
They're a complete team.
Steve, you're speaking blasphemy. You're a part-time Laker fan. You can't be saying that.
I know. The basketball mind has to come through. Can't go with my heart. Plus, I don't. Plus, sorry, I'm glad Kyrie wised up and everything. I'm still not a fan of him.
Hey.
Kyrie made me a fan, bro. Hey, Kyrie made me a fan. My gosh.
I know the Tar Heel bloodstream runs hard. I get it. I understand it.
You damn right it does.
You don't have to tell me that. But anyhow.
It ain't even that because I'm going for another Dookie. I'll be losing no matter which way. Tatum's over there. I'm just saying, Kyrie, the way you acted, trying to get out of Cleveland, getting out of Boston, getting out of Brooklyn. This is
now. If you were to say that's an Niner fan cheering for the Raiders, then I can understand you. But if, like Steve said, if you're speaking with your football mind, like Steve is, and Steve has a very good basketball mind. Because I mean, there have been times on this show that I've picked the Raiders to win football games. That's not me crossing over to the other side. It's just
I have picked the Niners to win the game. Is when you look at the game, you got to be the real is the real. If the Niners are playing like the Carolina Panthers, you got to pick the Niners to win. They're playing the Carolina Panthers.
I mean, and Mizzle is probably going to wash his mouth out, but Mizzle said that my team was going to get the Super Bowl this past season, and he did not lie.
Which they fucking did.
And he did it twice.
Yeah,
he did it twice.
He did. So
and they made it the times I picked them.
I wish we would have followed up on it, but
right.
I never said they will win. I said they will get there.
That's you did say that. Hey, facts are facts. But however, so just
we will have a part two.
Yes,
part
there
two
will
of the show,
be.
Since there will be a
210
show.
210 is coming tonight. Which,
yes.
by the way, Mizzle's going to go see it tomorrow. I'm actually going to go see it tonight. So yes, I'll let you know how Bad Boys Ride or Die is when we talk about it on episode 210. But special thanks.
So Dugan, if you're available for 210, it should not be a super late edition. But if you're available to come on and talk after game one, you already know the door is open. But let's talk basketball.
You know what I thought you were about to say? You were saying if I was going to be awake at 2:00 in the morning, at 2:10 in the morning, I was like, Lord, no, I'm not going to be up at 2:10 in the morning. Okay. Oh, yeah.
And the God
everybody say hello to my godson. What's up,
godson made it. Your wife gave up the baby for a minute?
She gave it up for like 2 seconds, but she's coming back right now to come grab him. Don't let it.
It was just some camera time, huh?
What's up, big boy?
Everybody,
this is easy. This is easy.
Even Debo agrees with me.
Well, because Debo got family with that. He ain't even really a Celtics fan.
Yeah,
it's his family that makes him a Celtics fan.
He's got family in Massachusetts.
He speaks blasphemy right now.
Well, you know what? I'm hoping this becomes a better game. But yes, after the game, I should be available.
Say hi to the people.
Good thing game one's always that fill out game, so it doesn't matter for anything. It doesn't matter.
Right now, Boston is up 20, 66-46.
I know.
Mr. 3.
And you got to remember, this is Boston. They do like to give up stuff. So.
Okay. Whoa. Cleopas, hold on. Hold on. Okay. When was this? During the Paul
What?
Pierce?
Exactly. Because I thought you was a Clipper fan.
Before you met
Yes.
Aja, that's
Before we get out, I thought you was a Clipper fan. So this is new information to me. And then we have to close it out after Debo responds because they're waiting for me to eat. But I want to hear this.
I wish we had time. I wish we had time so Debo could explain this on air, but that might have to be for episode 2.
Right? Cousin, right? I for sure thought he was a Clipper fan.
Nonetheless.
Well, you know what? When it comes to Debo, it's like selective things because he's a Tim Duncan fan. It's the Spurs. It's the Clippers. Now it's Boston. It almost sounds like you're a fair weather fan.
Don't forget the Bulls.
See? There we go. Take us out, though, Doug. Take us out.
Anyhow, come back for episode 210 where we will dissect game 1. Hopefully, Steve will join us, and hopefully, Debo can come on for like 5 minutes and explain his basketball fandom and whatnot. But special thanks to Tyler Fitzgerald from the United Legends Basketball League for coming on and joining us. As always, special thanks to Mel Carey for Flash Media Sports, the hardest working man in sports. Like I said, we're gonna need those
collabos on collabos.
We need those Flash Media Sports polo shirts for broadcast. I'm just saying.
And t-shirts, yes indeed.
And t-shirts. Anyhow, appreciate all you guys for chiming in. For some of us, it's time to go eat. For some of us, it's time to go watch Bad Boys Ride or Die. But nonetheless, we will be back for episode 210 to talk about the NBA Finals. And me and Mizzle have already given a prediction for the so just stay with us because we will be back. Anyhow, for Mizzle, for Mizzle A. Smith, for Mel Carey of Flash Media Sports, and our basketball insider, Mr. Steve Dugan, I'm the Blaxican Albert, and yes, it counts and the foul. You've been watching this very short edition of the Mizzle Dub Show, but as always, it is 5 o'clock, some damn where. We will see you in a few hours for episode 210. So come on back with us. You don't want to miss it. And you've been watching the Mizzle Dub Show.
Let's go, Mizzle Dub Show, baby.
Yeet.
Let's go. National.